Welcome to Team Paya-Math, kung saan tuturuan ko kayo pagyamanin pa ang iyong mga nalalaman tungkol sa math. For our topic for today, let's have this video! So in our previous discussion, I think we were able to find for the next three terms of this sequence. So let's consider the sequence. You have 1, negative 4, 9, negative 16, 25, negative 36, and 49. We were able to find for the last three terms of this sequence by using the pattern or with the concept of square numbers, right? Now, as we all know, this is our first term, second term, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then seventh term. Okay? Now, I want to rewrite this in vertical way. Okay? So, I have here 1 as my first term. I have here negative 4, 9, 16, or negative 16, 25, negative 36, and 49. Okay. Now, if I'm going to consider the numbers, okay, the position, okay, of this, the terms in this sequence, so I can say that 1 as my first term has, let's say, association with the number 1, okay? And then negative 4, okay, I associate negative 4 to 2, since negative 4 is my second term, okay? And then I can associate 9 to 3, negative 16 to 4, 25 to 5, negative 36 to 6, and then 49 to 7. Okay? So, let's look at this as another sequence. Okay? So, sequence of numbers that are positive. And just like what I have said a while ago, this sequence here of positive integers or numbers or natural numbers, okay, is being associated to this sequence, the terms of this sequence. Okay? So, meaning, there is a correspondence or parang, let's say, there is a mapping na itong 1 na to, nakamap siya kay 1. Ito, naka-associate siya kay negative 4, si 3 kay 9, si 4 kay negative 16, si 5 kay 25, si 6 kay, kay negative 36, and then 7 to 49. Okay? So, this one, if I will collect this, okay, into a set, okay, in-enclose ko siya, okay, nilagay ko siya sa isang set, okay, and then this one into another set, okay. So meaning, since may correspondence, may etong 1 na to, associated siya kay 1 dito, at hindi na siya naka-associate pa to any numbers here, okay. This diagram now, or this, okay, thing that we have, demonstrates a, what we call, function. Okay? So, now, anong connection ngayon nito with the sequence? Okay? So, actually, we have a formal definition of a sequence, and that is, a sequence is a function whose domain is the set of natural numbers or a subset of consecutive positive integers. Okay? Just like what we have here. Okay? Kasi, di ba, parang pwede nating isipin na, syempre wala namang zero term, di ba? As we all know, lahat ng sequences nagsa-start with the first term. Okay? So, pwede natin siyang maisip na ganito na si first or si 1, naka-associate siya kay 1 dito. Okay? Si 2, second term natin, 'di ba? Naka-associate siya kay negative 4. Okay? So, yun. So, bakit bakit meron tayong formal definition ng sequence? Okay? Bakit hindi na lang natin i-follow yung nauna nating definition ng sequence? Okay? Um, the formal definition of a sequence encompasses all types of sequences that we have in mathematics, in the field of math. Kapag finalo kasi natin yung previous definition ng sequence na meron tayo, maaaring may hindi sumama doon. Okay, if you follow that. And para mas pinadali kasi natin kung yung sequence doon sa previous definition natin. So dito, finormalize natin, ginawa natin more general yung definition ng sequence. Since we already know the formal definition of a sequence, let's have some examples to try this definition of a sequence. So let's have this example. We have example number 2. Okay. Use the functional relation f of n is equal to 2n minus 3, where n is a natural number, to write an infinite sequence. Okay. So just like what we have here in the formal definition, the domain must be the set of natural numbers or a subset or consecutive positive. Kailangan positive yung domain. Positive yung mga numbers na nasa domain. Okay? Next, we have example number 3. So here is the example number 2 that we have. So we must use the functional relation f of n is equal to 2n minus 3, where n is a natural number, to write an infinite sequence. So take note, infinite. We do not know kung hanggang saan or pang ilang terms. Okay? So maybe we consider 3 terms, and then we put ellipses after na lang, no? So take note, n here is a natural number. Ano ba yung mga natural number? So we start with 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay? If n is equal to 1, then using this functional relation that we have, f of 1 is equal to 2 times 1 minus 3. Simplifying this, 2 times 1 minus 3 will give us negative 1. So meaning, in our sequence, okay, so sequence na meron tayo, the first term that we have is negative 1. Okay? If we let n be equal to 2, f of 2 is equal to 2 times 2 minus 3, which is equal to 2 times 2 is 4 minus 3, which will give us positive 1. Okay? So our second term in this sequence is 1. Okay? Next, if we let n be equal to 3, then we have f of 3 is equal to 2 times 3 minus 3, which is equal to, if we're going to simplify, this is 6 minus 3, which will give us 3. Okay? So the third term is 3. Now, we do not need to find for all of the terms in the sequence, since our task is to write an infinite. Okay? So enough na siguro yung first 3 terms lang, and then we put 3 dots, okay, or ellipses after, okay, to show that this one is an infinite sequence. So our answer for example number 2 is negative 1, 1, 3, and so on. So let's go to our next example. Example number 3. Using the consecutive positive integers n, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, write the first 5 terms of the sequence defined by this function g of n is equal to n minus 1 over n. So again, we're going to use the formal definition of the sequence here, because as you can see, we have the domain, which is the positive integers denoted by n. So we're going to use all of this, gagamitin natin ito to find for the corresponding value, okay, or the corresponding terms in our sequence. Okay, so let's start with n, which is equal to 1. Using the given function g of n, replacing n here by 1 will give us 1 minus 1 over 1, which is 1 over 1 is equal to 1. So 1 minus 1 will give us 0. Okay, so we already have the first term of our sequence, which is 0. Now, going to the next by considering the value of n, which is equal to 2, g of 2 is equal to 2 minus 1 over 2, or 1 half. 2 minus 1 half, as we all know, 2 can be written as 4 over 2. So this will give us 3 halves. And this will be the second term of our sequence. If n is equal to 3, then we'll have g of 3 is equal to 3 minus 1/3. 3 minus 1/3 will give, as we all know, 3 can be written as 9 over 3. So this will give us 8 over 3. N is equal to 4. G of 4 is equal to 4 minus 1/4. And this will give us 15 over 16. And then the last term, which is by considering the value of n, which is equal to 5, we'll have g of 5 is equal to 5 minus 1 over 5, which is equal to 24 over 25. So these 5 numbers here are the terms of our sequence. So our sequence is 0, 3 halves, 8 over 3, 15 over 16, and 24 over 25. So here is our sequence defined by this function. Okay?
Thank you for watching! Don't forget to click the notification bell and subscribe button para updated ka sa mga videos ko.